Welcome to Hall of Fame right here on City TV with yours truly, AJ Akuoko. Here on the show, we invite your favorite personality, sit down, have a conversation with them. And this time I decided, you know what, we're getting so close to Christmas, why not make it a little different? Now on the show, we'll be breaking bread, having a meal or two, or three, or a lot of dishes, and having some wine to loosen them up, and maybe they will reveal a lot more than they intend to, which is a good thing, at least for me. Well, on the show today, I'll be having a fantastic personality joining us, but I have to say a very big thank you to the space in which we're in. Today, we're shooting from Apartamento Hotel, formerly Crown Apartamento, here in Airport Residential. And they've been so accommodating, allowing us invade this space. I also have to say a very big thank you to Louis for my outfit, and First Choice for my hair. You know, it takes a village to look this good. My Santa hat from Santa himself. Call me Miss Claus, at least for this festive period. And you know what? We're going to go for a quick break. When we come back, I'll be revealing my amazing guest to you. You're tuned into Hall of Fame with yours truly, AJ Akuoko, right here on City TV. Now, my guest is someone I'm really excited to interview. I have loved his music for the longest time. His army, ladies and gentlemen, is one that rivals none other. He is a phenomenal artist who does conscious music and also allows us to dance to it. He is a multiple award-winning artist. His fan base rallies from Ghana all the way through to China and back and everything else inclusive. He's a fantastic individual who's very deep and knowledgeable on all things music, art, and even the world. My guest today is someone you have to listen to, and my guest is coming up right now.
Reading the blogs, I've been on these tours. Back home right now, I need directions to yours. Your perfection and flaws, infectious and more. My eye gets, I no go rest yet. Trap me with your claws, you're missed. Understood, you can't be misunderstood. You're so clear, I'm your Frank Underwood. Your needs, I won't undermine, never put them under mine. Soon come, darling, I'll be on top, down the line. And I mean that shit, I ain't say just a rhyme. Don't say off you and say it's just a line. I cry we did, you know, say your boy for grind. No fit stop the time, but running through stop signs. You the bell, and I know they pick up sometimes. Bye, baby girl, sick of you, I see the sunshine. So when it's overcast, make you know they overvex. I'll be back.
Ladies and gentlemen, my guest is none other than the man from a very long line of influential people, the one and only M.anifest. I'm really excited.
Thank you. It was quite the intro.
It wasn't really.
I had to look around.
I hope I did you justice, because there's a whole lot more I could have added, you know.
Yeah, I had to look around to check to see if I was the same person you were talking about.
But it's nice to have you here.
Thank you.
Welcome. So today we'll break bread.
Yeah.
I'll try and get you a little drunk on wine.
Wonderful.
And then, you know, we'll have a conversation.
I have a good tolerance, let me warn you.
Damn it. I was hoping... But you never know. Maybe it's the amount of wine you get. So sometimes if you drink a whole lot in a short amount of time, you can spill more.
You would have to turn water to wine before that would happen.
And that is going to happen. Christmas, you get Christmas, anything can happen. But welcome.
Thank you.
So let's start it off from music. When did you realize that music was what I wanted to do commercially?
I still haven't realized that.
So we're just freestyling right now?
No, not freestyling. I just think they got to a point where I realized that it was beyond a passion. It was something that I felt I could use to make a difference in more than just my life. Okay. So at that point, I decided to then figure out what to do about it to make sure that it's sustainable or that it works. So it's never really because it was a commercial ambition like this is how I'm going to make a living. But once I decided to pursue the passions further, I knew that, then as a responsible adult that I am, I'll try and figure out a way to make it work, yes.
At what point in time was this? Was this very early on in life? Was this after school? At what point you say, you know what, I think that is going to be my career?
I was a late bloomer, so I'll say just after college.
Okay.
Or just about the time. And that was my fork in the road moment, because you either go and get a nice 9-to-5 job, which would not allow you to do anything in terms of your passions truly, or kind of, I still got a job, but not one that would keep me away from music at the time. So I think it was around that time I was definitely a late bloomer. Yeah.
All right. So how did music start for you? What was that point? Were you... Some people start from church. Where did it start from you?
No, my dear, it's not church at all. I think it just started from living in Ghanaian society the normal way. So hearing music everywhere, funerals, weddings, outdoors, and then hearing hearing people like Konimo Young because of my grandfather, and then hearing reggae music everywhere, it's blaring in bars, and then hearing hip hop and being captivated by it. So I think it was a process where the more I got exposed to music and the deeper I dived into it, I really loved it. I would do everything to find an empty cassette to record, what I really, Patra or Shabarangs or something, So I put in effort. I really knew that I was afflicted by this thing called music.
And you needed to get it out and put it to the world.
I needed to get it out. So, by the first time I started writing anything that resembled songs or raps, I think I was probably around 13.
Okay.
Yeah. But I still didn't know. There was no way. I was too afraid to see a life in which I could be something called a full-time musician. It was so far out of reach. It was very far. Far.
Why was it so far out of reach? Were there certain expectations?
Nah, it wasn't that. It's just that I think I wasn't I wasn't an unaware child. So I was not smitten by fame, especially local fame.
Right.
So I was well aware that the likelihood of making a living doing music, at least from time before, looked shaky. It looked like something that it's somebody's hobby, and they're playing around with it. So I think that's why it's important those who came before us, like the Reggie Rockstones, because I think when Reggie began rapping was when the idea of a Ghanaian rapper even made sense to me. Because before that, it was just so far-fetched. So I think it was a process for me to really see myself being able to be a full-time musician. Yeah.
Okay. How would you describe your style of music?
Authentic, original, unapologetic, transformative.
I like. And was Ghana the first place you thought, I'm going to do music and in Ghana?
No.
Did you not so you considered doing music in another part of the world?
I began my career in the US, actually.
So what led to you saying, you know what, Ghana is where, or Ghanaian music industry is where I want to make my mark?
It wasn't, the industry didn't lead me back to Ghana. It was just, this is where I saw myself making a life.
Okay.
So that's what led me back here, because I never left to not come back. So the Ghana music industry it was an accident. I fell into it. It was a bailer trap I fell into. You understand? So because I've also believed that my career also happened at a time where there's a potential to actually occupy different spaces. You can be an artist that can be between London, South Africa, and Ghana easily, if you make it an intentional effort to be. Because the reality of it now is actually, if you're an artist stuck in Ghana, it's not a wise decision. Yeah. You might have to explore. And it's not just now. It's been like this for eons. People think Fela was stuck in Nigeria, or other people, Ebo Taylor, A.B. Crenso, C.K. Man. No, a lot of those people, some of them even recorded their albums in Hollywood, literally, in London. CBC was not even based in Ghana for the most part. So it wasn't a Ghana music industry decision as much as a life decision to come back to Ghana.
But what are your thoughts on the Ghanaian music industry?
It's trash. I'm kidding.
Are they your true sentiments? But in general, do you think it's developing the way it should? It's helping out. It's creating a thriving environment for artists?
Not yet. It's in the process, but not yet, not at all. I think artists are doing much more work than other parts of the ecosystem, if you really want to look at it. I mean, a clear example is if you look at December in Ghana. How many artists are putting up their own concerts?
It's interesting. It's almost like some revolution going on that everyone is now doing.
Yes, and then block parties. I used to do the Medina block parties. That's M.anifest, etc. There's so much in the ecosystem that is created by creatives themselves, not by anything else, other infrastructure being built to allow people to thrive. And if you look at all the names I mentioned, if we had, without the kind of stubbornness and having some notoriety to use to back the stubbornness, it wouldn't be possible. So imagine a younger artist who has not really been able to get so much shine, but is good, or even have a niche audience, they can't thrive. It's a sink. Also, this is for the. You have to be at the top to make for the industry to make sense here, and that's kind of tragic because you have to take care of and develop the entire ecosystem from bottom to top. So we still have. There's a lot lacking and there's a lot more to be done. So,
if you could change anything, what would it be?
Easy. What you mean? Anything in life?
In the industry.
Okay, two things. I know you said anything, so it sounds like one, but I'll take two things. One, the quick and easy one, which is the royalty system, we talk about this thing too much. It just needs to be fixed, enforced, fixed, automatic. It's something that should work, and because right now the only way artists think of making money is mainly shows. That's tragic. Yeah. There have to be multiple streams of income. You create your art to be able to have that. Number two, performance spaces. We need a whole bunch of performance spaces. Oh yeah. Oh, I think the food is coming. Amazing.
Yeah, it is. Yay.
Yeah, you see, I'm going to act like an Italian and be like, hey, Yeah. So I think.
I've been waiting for this.
So I think we need performance spaces, all over the place. It should be easy for quote unquote an upcoming artist who's beginning to get a buzz to release an album and go to all 10 regions and do a tour. And just plug into the different venues there, that live venues there that make that happen. So those two things I would change because they're simple things. They're not complicated at all.
But and it's interesting because on the day that some event person doesn't think you're hot enough, then that means that artist's stream of income has been cut.
Yeah.
But coming to you and your beginning in the Ghanaian music industry, doing a style of music that was uncommon at that particular point in time because people were more into commercial beats and danceable tunes, but you decided to do a lot more play on words and all that. How was your reception in the industry in the beginning?
It was always curious to me because friends I had or people I had met would say things like, yo, Charlie Manifest, what you're doing is dope, Baganians. So I always laughed because I think it's also curious to me that people think they're the only people who like nice things.
That's true.
You understand?
Yeah.
So I always disagreed with that. But I understood what sentiment they had, the fear of the fact that we tend to like a one-way familiar style and we stick to it. And it's easy. They say life in Africa is hard, so we just want to be mindless about it. Whatever it is. But I never believed it to be true. I looked at all the people we called legends in Ghana, whether it's Kujenchi, Amachi, Daddy Lumba, these are people who've always had substance and quality.
True.
So why do we believe that when somebody has substance and quality is too much for Ghanaians?
That's actually
it is a weird thing, whether it's Nanam Pedu, everybody,
Could it be our generation?
No, I think it's a mind trick that some gatekeepers have used on the people.
Okay.
Oh, it has to be dance. It has to be this BPM. One thing that I always observe the shifts. Around the time Mr. Easy and Juice started making music, there were a lot of fast beats. Boom, 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 boom. It was post-Azonto, but still, the Azonto fastness was still there. And these guys came in with some very slow mid-tempo, skin tight, all this. And it changed. Like a DJ would probably have told some of them that, now this one I can't mix it in with whatever.
You find a way.
You can't listen to that. So To answer your question, long story short, short story long rather. Yeah, I think there was a lot of hesitation on many people's part to believe that it would work, even if they loved it, you know. But
maybe not everyone will.
Yeah, and everybody didn't have to, but I believe that a good number of people would, a majority, more than they believe. But I realized then at that time that then it's going to be a slow grind, but I would grind it out. Yeah.
Did you consider quitting at any point in time?
Every day. Well, not every day. I'm exaggerating.
But yeah, for a few times you would feel inclined to.
Yeah, no. A few times I'd wake up and be like, "What am I doing?" I mean, you need, but that's how you build resilience. When you have either feelings or actual rock bottoms that you hit, or dissatisfaction, strong dissatisfaction, thinking, why am I? I mean, I think part of my frustration was not in an audience reception of my thing, on the fact that I wasn't getting opportunities, because note, I had recorded with Erica Badu, played with Damon Albarn, toured Europe, and then before I came back to Ghana. So I already had a sense of the fact that what I was doing was viable. So I wasn't necessarily I wasn't here to build my confidence. I was here to keep building my career. So, but then the other things in terms of how people deal with you, the disrespect. I mean, sometimes people just think we're entertainers, throw a coin and then jump and you see how high. You know, so I think those are the kind of things that would make me think, why am I wasting my time? It's not worth my time, because I just see myself small.
You should.
Understand? So I think those kind of moments, so I definitely felt that way. But it's part of it. It's part of the resilience thing. And any serious creative who's super passionate about their work always feels that way. Sometimes, is it worth it? But then you know it is.
And that I totally believe it. So we're going to go for a quick break. When we come back, we'll be talking a bit more with Manifest, going into more details about his music, and definitely breaking bread. All this and more coming up on Hall of Fame. You're tuned in to Hall of Fame right here on City TV with yours truly, AJ Sapon. We're shooting here at the Crown Apartment, formerly Crown Apartamento, now known as Apartamento Hotel, here at Airport Residential. Thank you very much. Wine, my favorite thing in the entire world, apart from shooting, that is. So yes.
This is a condom pic.
Okay, thank you very much.
Blanc.
Sounds good.
It's very nice.
Please, thank you very much, sir. Alrighty, so here at Crown Apartamento, if you're thinking nice rooms, big rooms at a very affordable price, you should definitely think Crown Apartamento. I feel so bougie right now. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Okay. It's good.
Thank you.
So, as you guys feel all jealous at home, I am. Oh, thank you. See, at this point, we must be fancy. At this point, we've gotten to, but yeah, it's lovely to have a conversation, and we are having a conversation with the one and only M.anifest, aka Manifest. But Manifest, the okay, let's start with that. How did the name Manifest come about, and how did the moniker M.anifest get formed?
The name Manifest came about through. I didn't have a rap name for the longest time.
Okay.
Right,
It came through.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It came through working on a rap, actually. And so I just stumbled upon it, and I was like, yes, this is great.
This is it, eh?
But it was going to be a nightmare calling myself just Manifest, because if you type Manifest in Google, can you imagine all the things you see? You see all these religious things, Manifest from planes.
Yes.
So I had to differentiate myself, so I put it there. I like the idea of the dots, the dots to differentiate it. And over time, other monikers came from me being M. today, actually, funny story. The first time M. today was actually said on a record was a song called Life de John.
Life de John.
Yeah, it was Governor Jones featuring One Love and myself. So we're there, and at the beginning of this thing, One Love said, this is One Love the Kubo, M. today, or One Love the Kubo. So then it was Kristen or Boyne. So big up to him for that. And then M. Diggity came on, and then Festive. Like, the monikers, they keep running. I think God MC is reigning right now.
Yes, God. Yes,
That's the
God MC.
I hear that more than
And the song that came with it was actually pure fire, to be honest. But coming into it, I saw a post at some point that you said you use music to fight depression. At least an article that I saw online about you. And what was this depressive period in your life that you used music to?
Well, let me be accurate about what was said.
Okay.
Because, people I think I was asked if I've been depressed. And I'm like, well, we are prone to depression, and I know being in the dumps. But I found a coping mechanism, one of it being music, because there's a lot of catharsis, like letting out a lot of stuff.
Of course.
I think there are certain time periods in my life in which was very difficult for me, many different reasons.
Yeah.
And that tends to let you before you realize you can spiral down very easily or very quickly. And so,
this is your calamaris, that is octopus.
Okay, thank you very much,
nice,
sir. Ooh.
As a starter. And we have gambas here.
Okay.
Which is prawns.
Right.
Vegetables.
All right, love it. Thank you so much, sir.
It's all seafood.
Okay, yes, we like seafood.
So I'm going to get you your side order.
All right, thank you so much. Fancy. Yeah, Charlie, you know, all we know is food, eh?
I recall there was a song on my last album, Nowhere Cool. A song actually called Now Here Cool, which I kind of detailed some of those difficult periods. And I think it was in the second verse, I was like, at the Kai when my Uncle KB died. Anyway, I went through 3 deaths that happened in the family, all 3 funerals.
This is your side order.
Thank you, sir.
And we have our local pepper.
I like local pepper. I like local pepper.
Nice one.
We go with the fried rice.
Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate
Have a good
it.
appetite, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Definitely, that one is confirmed if you see food like this. But again, we have to say a very big thank you to our Apartamento Hotel here in Airport Residential, giving us a whole spread of seafood and side accompaniment and everything else exclusive. But coming back to music being used to fight depression in some way. So yeah, you detailed all of that.
Yeah, I detailed it. Missing 3 funerals in the family.
Wow.
I mean, those kind of things can get to you and all sorts of things. But even being able to speak about it in music, it's like therapy. So that's what I was pointing to. And a lot of artists, that's what we do. If some girl breaks your heart,
you use it
go
as
sing a song, you know,
yeah.
Instead of going to do something drastic, we'll sing a song about it.
Okay.
So that's why I was trying to get at, and also knowing that artists live a life in which there's a little guarantees. You create your own pension, you create your own healthcare, whatever. Nobody's your sick days off for who? Where are you cheating? So it comes with this challenges of people sometimes feeling like, why am I doing all this? So that's where the depressive states sometimes. But it's I don't want. It's not a blanket thing. Depression is not something. I think sometimes now it's a topic people speak about a lot. So people are just throwing things left and right. But it's a very people specific, and it's also very. But we have to be quite aware and acknowledge it to be able to deal with it.
Coming to your lineage, so you come from a long line of accomplished Ghanaians, your father, your grandfather, and the whole 9 yards. Did they ever give you some sort of pressure about your own career and how you wanted it to form?
Not at all. I mean, if you think about it, my grandfather is a musician, so he's a composer, so I think it's not even as far-fetched as people want to think it is.
Yeah.
Now, no. So the short answer is no.
Okay.
There was not necessary pressure because I also just always did instead of asked permission.
Okay.
I just do. It's the only way.
Creating your own rules.
If you do, I mean, Ghanaian adults tend to prefer if you do. They say what? They said it's better to what? ask for forgiveness than to ask for permission. So I think that's the vibe.
Okay. And you have referred to us, at least, again, coming back, I'm now addressing a few headlines I've seen about you. You refer to yourself as the best rapper of our generation. Did you not think it would come off as conceited or cocky in some way? And what was your basis for describing yourself as the best rapper?
Did I say this in a song or in an interview?
Well, the headline says, Manifest describes himself as best rapper in our generation.
AJ, don't believe headlines. AJ, headlines. Ghanaians and headlines.
Okay.
I think anybody who knows me or has heard me speak know that even though I have a confidence, I think arrogance is not necessarily my thing. But I mean, if I am rapping, you probably hear me in a very self-assured way talk about how slaughter all these MCs. But if somebody asks me, do I think I'm the best rapper? I mean, I'll probably use some hyperbole or make a joke out of it. But the truth of it all is, all that doesn't matter. It's about what impact you have on people. And that will make that decision now and later on. So whatever we say, the self-acclaim thing, it will only last so long.
Speaking of self-acclaim and competition, I believe last year there was a whole social media uproar about you having a big beef with Sarpong. Songs came out about it, there were digs about each other.
I'm going to disappoint you. It was actually 2 years ago.
In my head, I think it's so recent. But okay, so 2 years ago, there was a whole showdown. And I've always wanted to ask, was that all for publicity? Or was that an honest issue of two titans clashing?
It was an honest, competitive rivalry, differences in how we think about things. No, not for the camera. It's like boxing.
Okay.
It was more like boxing. And at the end, everybody shakes hands at the end of the fight. But in the ring, you want to kill each other.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
So I think that's what it was, you know.
And then now looking at this year's whole showdown between Sarpong and Shatawale, do you think it is, as it was with you, an issue of just two people hushing it out through music and tweets and interviews and a whole 9 yards, or do you think it was probably for publicity?
You know me, I don't worry so much about that because only they will know. Unless I'm involved, I wouldn't know. So I take it for what it is and enjoy it where it's to be enjoyed for the most part. And, you know, we can't be hypocritical about it. We love a competitive rivalry in every aspect. Sports, music. It even comes into religion.
True.
People compare pastors, whatever kind of thing.
True.
So we can't put our arms up and act like everything has gone down the drains when two musicians go at it. So as to their motivations, I couldn't tell you. I just try and look at it as to how these things can help push things forward, whether in terms of ideas or whatever it is it can help push forward. Because that's the point of it. Because either it inspires you to make better music, you know, it inspires you to stand by something. In my case, for instance, standing by the so-called being Afrocentric or whatever, standing by something, or inspires the fans to be more excited and want to take the artists they support seriously. So if it inspires something that helps a positive progress, then that's absolutely fine.
Okay.
If it's just kind of bitterness, personal, whatever kind of thing that doesn't do anything for anybody, then it's a waste of time. We're too grown. Time no day.
Literally, hashtag.
Two of them.
Now, you have been quite vocal about issues that go on in everyday Ghana. You recently spoke about land guarding. Have you in any way encountered that?
I was, short answer is no, but I was actually listening to City FM and hearing people calling, and
Speak about it, yeah.
It was so ridiculous, and I'm like, yo, I remember this thing when I was young, Kuku Ninja and all these things, and this is still going on. So I thought it was ridiculous. I'm like, yo, Ghana, why can't we just root out certain things, you know? So I think I spoke about it because it's one of those things that exists and is commonplace, but should it be commonplace?
It shouldn't, though.
No, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, in moments like that, there's no need to keep silent.
And you have been very conscious. What is your analysis looking around of Ghana today? How would you describe, or what are your views on the state of the nation, if you have any?
Well, to begin, I'll say one of our greatest challenges as a nation right now, not at this moment, but right now in this generation, is we are ridiculously partisan. A national agenda is really a political party agenda. So because of that, any level of moving forward that goes beyond petty beef. See, this is the worst beef we have here, actually, the political sphere.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it really can draw us back. We can take 10 steps forward and then 12 steps backwards. So I think that is the bigger problem, you know. When I was young, I remember there was Vision 2020. 2020 is here, pretty much. I'm wondering how much of that has been achieved. Because when I was young, I thought it was far away, 2020. Now we're here. So I think that's part of it. We have to create an environment that allows young, innovative people to thrive. Entrepreneurs, creative, etc. Instead, this country puts a lot of stumbling blocks, you know. Even registering an LLC or something can be long. We have to do all of that. We have to not go into politics to chop, but to make a difference. We have to see beyond those very primal, party, tribal, those kind of things. We'll always have disagreements. Let's realize it. But, you know, I think a wise person in my family once told me, at this rate, if we're not careful, one day you're going to buy kinky, and before the kinky seller sells it to you, say which party are you, and decides which ball or whatever they can give you. You know, so we have to kind of rein back that kind of thinking, where right now, if you were to give a critique, somebody is sitting there thinking, what party is she in? It has nothing to do with the truth of any matter. Or somebody would defend something that's terribly wrong because
it's their party power.
Yeah.
Do you think politics will be for you in some years to come? Would you consider it?
No.
Why not?
I think I think my talents and my influence are best used in other ways. And I don't think I can suffer fools enough to be a politician.
Okay. So what are your views on current policies? Do you think there are any that are not in our best interest?
I'm sure. We have to go through it, but that would be a long conversation for another day. I think a lot of times part of our problem is implementing or enforcing the rule of law.
Yeah.
You know, there's always a way around, unfortunately. So we're looking for what's the discipline to pretty much implement what we all have agreed as policy or law. I mean, if we recall, not so many years ago, Anas did that documentary on the film on the judges. And one thing that was horrifying that we saw was not that we did not have laws in place to prevent certain things, but they were being blatantly not followed by the people who are supposed to hold us all accountable. But that was horrifying and terrifying at the same time. So I think before we start looking at the things that are not working, we have to look, not before, but we have to simultaneously look at the things that are not working And the things that work but are not being implemented, or that we find a way around. So I think that's a broad stroke of what the problems I feel are.
Okay.
I think Bernard Avila will be more apt to get into the details. Bernard for president. I'm seeing something.
I swear. But would you consider running for position in the music industry? Musical president or something of that sort, to bring change to the industry the way you want to?
No, not at all. I have some plans of things I'm working on that will make me too busy. Not just music things, but.
Speaking of plans, I saw that earlier this year you visited Tidal. What were some of the prospects that came out of that, if I may ask?
I think, to be transparent, I think one of the things that I learned from that was that there's a lot of interest in people who create dope content. So with me, I think part of what caught the attention was my music videos.
Yeah.
And, and potential of even creating exclusive video content for them. So I think there was that conversation, and then me being now as space as somebody who's now has a certain influence within my music community and can be a curator. So that's how I published 2 playlists for them. Because then I could be the pulse. I could, aside from just making music, I can tell you that, this is dope. This is what's next up. This is a diverse look at Ghana now.
Okay.
So those are some of the conversations we had.
So what are your dream collaborations? Who are the ones that you would love to do a collaboration with if given the opportunity?
Chronix, Damian Marley, Kendrick,
Okay.
Asha.
Okay.
I don't know about dream, but the word dream collaboration. But these are names that come up. Then there are people who are not that known. There's a guy called Shmino.
Okay.
I want to collaborate with Konimo Hala.
But who are you working on? So what? 2019 is coming. I mean,
It's here.
Charlie?
It's here. It's here.
Not even coming. It's practically here. We're like a few days into a new year. What plans have been put in place for Brand Manifest? What projects? You mentioned some projects that are going to keep you busy. What are some of these projects? At least, what can you tell us about some of these projects?
The ones I can mention are the musical ones. I have 2 albums in the pipeline. One is a collaborative one. One is my next one. It's called GMT, which is the reason why we're kind of subtitling Manifestivities GMT Live.
Right. Okay. So giving a bit of a snippet of what we can expect for next year.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I think that's big. Those are two major things I'm trying to work on. Trying to work on a project that is a bit of a tour, but is a bit unconventional.
Okay.
So
Unconventional in what way?
In terms of, if I say this idea, they'll steal it and try and do it before I do it. So unfortunately, I know how you guys are Ghanaians.
Yeah, so we'll just keep it.
We'll keep it like that. Just unconventional. We'll have certain ingredients that a regular music tour doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
And let's come to Manifestivity.
Yes.
I've seen it twice, have you?
Manifestivities, yeah. The name survey is subject to change. It's a very activities.
No, Tell me about Manifestivities. What I know there are 2 amazing artists on it, Simi and Burna Boy.
No, all the artists are amazing.
Yeah.
Ifya is amazing.
Ifya is amazing. Okay, let me qualify. Artists from outside Ghana that are amazing. That I'm looking forward to seeing them live in concert. Ifya I absolutely adore.
She's really lovely.
And a whole lot of artists that are on there. Tell me about what we should be expecting. Technically tomorrow, the 23rd of December.
It's going to be an epic night. I expect it to be one of the best musical nights of 2018.
Hey.
No jokes. Look at the lineup. Burna Boy, Simi, Kwesiatha, Ifia, B for Bona, and then some surprises to creep in for good measure. But it's a well-curated night. What we've tried to do with Manifestivities is to let it expand beyond me to become a night of great music. Of, like as you tried to say in the beginning, of great artists that will make you want to leave home and have an experience that one day you tell your children. Or if you're an old one, have an experience one day you tell your grandchildren. You know, so that's what we're going for, and so far we've seen that kind of response. I think people are excited. They can see from the lineup that this is one. It's not just people jumping up and down. It's going to be really great music. It's a great venue, unique venue. So I'm excited. Like I'm anxious. I'll tell you that because I want everything to go well.
Yes.
Right? Let's start on time. Nobody should be late.
So what time is it going to start?
Well, 6. That's when the rap battle and the DJ battle starts, and the performances start at 8:30.
Okay.
You know, so want to make it an early night. But I go on.
So a rap battle, so the opportunity for underground artists and people will be showcased. Isn't necessarily for
it won't be.
upcoming?
There will be a couple of people that will get the chance to showcase, but but we're not. It's not the kind of night that you have like 20 artists. Kind of thing. We don't do those. It needs to be curated, and you experience those artists at least. So that's why we put the names of the main ones who you're coming to experience, and the people that might be catching raises, they won't be there for long, but for those who are there super early at 6:30, they'll set the tone as well. So yeah.
And is this going to replace the block parties? Because at least for those in the Medina area, they know you for that, and you are capable of shutting down like the entire
streets. Yeah.
You know the street, I think the entire part of Medina. And is this going to be the new thing that Manifest is doing now, or will it be running concurrently with the block parties?
You know, they're supposed to be always running concurrently, but the challenges of financing some of these things has not made them happen. So every year there should be a block party and a Manifestivity. So that's the plan.
That's the plan. Fingers crossed.
You know, because they both satisfy different audiences and do different things.
Yeah.
And different vibes.
Okay.
This one end of year celebrations. You've had a hard year, you've had a great year.
Yeah.
You want to end it well. You want to go to Manifestivities, you want to go to that Bukom Arena, you want to sit on either your table or the chair, whichever it is that you decide to get, and then you want to have a good time here, the best music that you've been loving and wanting to see like the whole year. So that's the vibe.
Bukom Arena. What led to the selection of that venue?
You know, the revelation of that venue came by going to an Azuma fight night. Not Azuma fight, but fight night that he had organized. And I will tell you, I couldn't imagine that we have this really great venue that is being used for just boxing fights. I said no way. No,
we must do more than that.
We can do music here. I mean, we all know we lack interesting venues, and that one is a dope venue. It's lit, literally and figuratively. I mean, I like the arena feel. It's round. It's got great parking. It's easily accessible. You know, 2 minutes away from ICGC, a few minutes away from Kolebu, in terms of landmarks. I thought, well, this is a great venue. It needs to cease. We need to do Manifestivities here. It will make people enjoy the music more. It's not enclosed. You're not going to be sweaty and feeling stuffy. You know how it is. If a whole AJ is coming, she's not coming here in her best, dressed fresh to impress in her Sunday best for you to make her feel stuffy, you know. So that's why we chose the arena. I think it's great. It's a dope arena. I think for those who've never seen it, they'll be pleasantly surprised that we have this really dope venue. I mean, there'll be lots of those who, I know Ghanaians, you hear Bukom and some people are like, what's happening here? No, it's a great venue. Lots of security like in any other place. Safe. It will be lovely.
Okay, and it's happening tomorrow night. So if you have a few more hours to be able to grab your own tickets, how much?
120 per. But you're a big boss, so you probably get a table.
Yeah, you know, we'll be balling like that. You know, I mean, there's drinks on the table. I got you, man. Actually, holla at me. Hashtag Hall of Fame. I will take you there.
Hall of Fame tables.
But we're gonna go on a quick break. When we come back, we'll be talking some more with Manifest and going to my favorite part, that is the game. Stay tuned. This is Hall of Fame. You're tuning in to Hall of Fame right here on City TV. I'm having a bite and, well, actually not a bite, a whole meal with Manifest right here on the show. Special thanks to Apartmento Hotel, who are hosting us so lavishly. I don't actually want to go to my own home at this particular point in time, and you can't find them at Airport Residential. Thinking of rooms, thinking of good food, thinking of great wine, think Apartmento Hotel, trust me. You can mention AJ in there, we'll treat you nicer. But coming back to the conversation, and we're going to quickly wrap it up and move on to the next one. But you tweeted about love recently, talking about...
I did?
Apparently. Yeah, there was a tweet on love, and or at least what to do about love, or how you behave in love, or something like that. I know it passed my eye, like
that.
This one. But are you in love?
Always.
Are you dating? Or are you single?
I'm dating somebody called, do you want to know the name?
I want to know the name.
First name Nanya, last name Business.
I can't believe I fell. Darn it! I honestly thought you were going to give me a scoop. I was going to be like, yeah, you had it first.
Yeah, you had it first. Hall of Fame.
None of my business.
It's so rude and funny at the same time. I know it's paid you.
This one is paid me, pa.
Yeah, people should worry about the music. See, I say so much in my music. I don't feel the need to talk more about those things. I think the people who are more comfortable, when you go on Instagram, you see that they do their thing. So you don't even have to ask them. It will be on Instagram. It's different. We are different.
So those that don't keep it on Instagram, on all social media, just like to keep it to themselves.
Yeah, you might catch me in the streets. But we're on a date now, so
it seems.
You know what I mean?
There's candles, there's wine, there's food.
Next thing you know, bloggers tomorrow. Monday, what's up?
It's just a fairly dinner, there's interview dinners.
Well, you're afraid your boyfriend is going to catch us.
Which boyfriend? I can publicly say that. But then I don't know if someone's dating me.
You're not dating, but you don't know. That's funny. I'm going to use that next time. Wow.
Please, that joke.
Okay, now you are catching yourself.
Just jokes,
Repercussions,
banter,
you get me.
All the diaspora wants to be like, in it,
you get me.
You get me. But going back into, I'm going to play a game with you.
No problem.
Very quickly, but before that, there's a thing I like to do called like random. So I randomly asked you a few things, and you have to tell me the first thing that comes into your mind.
Okay.
So, I will start. So, first thing, okay, you know what, let's do this. I think I'll refer to my phone for this particular one. So, First thing that comes into your head, sweaty.
Athlete.
Akufo-Addo.
President.
Mahama.
Ex-president.
Natural.
What?
Natural.
Miss V.
Twitter.
I was going to say a word, but I wasn't good. Twitter. It's G.
G.
It is inquire.
Instagram.
Lurking.
Manifest.
Yummy.
Love.
Needed.
Hint. Yeah. Wine.
Dime.
I like the way this man thinks. And finally, God MC.
The greatest.
I like. I'm gonna go into the game part. So this was just by the way, it's randoms. So the games part, starting off with the very first one. So we're gonna do general questions, and then we'll move on to the flags. So the interesting part about it, I'm curating results. The celebrity at the end of the season with the most or the best answer, so the one who's been able to answer the most, no cash. A weekend stay at a beach villa.
Where's that?
At Nginyano. So it's called Cliff Haven Beach Resort.
Okay.
So the celebrity will
It be.
Because
if you know the B, then I won't try and win. If you know the B, I won't try and win.
No, like you'll be having dinner by the beach, like it'll be set up like it's the whole.
How much is it a night?
I'll get back to you on that.
Okay,
but
cool.
No, but it's free. It's on us.
Yeah, I know, but I want to know because sometimes you get an indication of how good it is by how much it is a night. No,
we'll talk back today.
But, okay, then let me get myself ready. Yeah. My zoom flow. Yeah.
All right. So start with the first
one. Oh God,
one.
don't disgrace me.
This is like general knowledge, current affairs, some weird mixture of people. I hope you like sports. Anyway, starting off, who is the Speaker of Parliament now?
I've forgotten. I forgot it.
Okay. Next one. Which country won the FIFA World Cup this year?
France.
Okay. Ding. Who composed the poem Phenomenal Woman?
Maya Angelou?
It is actually. Who's known as Killer in the hit Ghanaian TV series Things We Do for Love?
No, Pusha, Killer.
Yes.
Was it Majid?
It was Majid, actually, yeah. And the FIFA World Cup is to football, while Davis Cup is to...
Tennis.
This one is smart. Give him another glass of wine. Okay. So, you got that part right. At least -1. But I'm going to go into the flags.
Referees hitting me. Parliament, I dug them.
I mean... But going back into the flags, so here I'm giving you or showing you some flags. And
flags,
national
flags. No, I refuse. Okay. Show me.
Let's try the first one.
Okay,
so going into the first one.
You see, either Cameroon or Niger. I mean, I can't remember.
So we should key in both answers. I don't know, my producer, let's key in both answers. Because it's manifest. I'll take both. So which one is it?
The flags there.
Senegal! It was close, but...
It wasn't close enough.
It wasn't close enough.
Oh, Charlie.
So
because I've never had a girlfriend from Senegal, that's the problem.
So that's the issue. If you did, you probably... Anyway, so this is like a flower with stars and stuff.
Is this Morocco?
I don't know. It could be. It could not be.
Let's try Morocco. I know they are red and white.
So
the flags there, I know I'm terrible. Like I won't lie to you about the flags.
Right.
And I knew that it was going to be a problem.
Okay. So this one is Hong Kong.
Oh, that one. Wow.
I still haven't figured it out. Okay. Which one is this? It's green, it's white, and it's green.
It's not Christmas.
It's not. I actually look like the flag.
It's Nigeria.
It is Nigeria. Matter of fact, I should be going around in the Nigerian flags. Like, I literally look like the Nigerian flag. It's like white and then... Anyways, moving on to the next one.
Canada.
I like it. It's nice. Those are the wine speaking.
France.
It could be. You see this thing with this flag, how that it turns.
Yeah, depending on I think it's France.
If it flips, if it stands horizontal, it's
I think it's France. It's either France or one of those French colonies, but it's France.
It's one of them. At least it's in Europe.
Oh, Charlie, some way. Please.
So it
appear on the paper.
Netherlands.
Charlie.
It was close.
It wasn't close enough.
It wasn't close enough.
I know there's people from France.
At least you got some.
My French people, forgive me.
It's alright.
My Dutch people, forgive me too.
Yeah.
It's hard.
See, the thing, however it turns, it changes. So it's not your fault.
No, the flags there, it's not my forte. I'm going to change that. 2019 goals, no flags.
At all.
Yeah.
I like this.
No, I will know flags.
Oh, you will know it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll come back in 2019.
Yeah. That one, I'll ace it.
Yeah, when the new album is coming.
Yeah, straight up.
And then we'll talk about flags.
And then
you ace
trust
everyone.
me, I will.
I like the sound of that.
I might even draw them.
And that's how we call it a wrap on today's amazing edition of Hall of Fame. It's been a pleasure coming your way with the one and only the God MC Manifest. And the best part about it is you don't have to wait another week for your dose of Hall of Fame. We'll be coming your way every single day during this festive period. So all you have to do is keep your dial locked right here on City TV every evening. Make a date with Hall of Fame with yours truly, AJ Sapon. And that's about it, making your Christmas even better with your favorite personalities. Now, we have to say a very big thank you to the ones that have made filling our bellies and drinking a whole lot of wine possible. It is Apartamento Hotel located at Airport Residential. And the best part about it, you can as well, that are visiting at home watching us luxuriate on this food, enjoy just as much as possible, because they are giving an amazing Xmas deal. All you have to do is pack yourself, your loved ones, and come over to Apartamento Hotel, because the deal is to die for. Imagine this, a 2-bedroom apartment that can accommodate a family of 4 going for 999 Ghana cedis. Yep, 999 Ghana cedis. It's like a woof deal, and that is all that awaits you, along with amazing food, amazing wine, amazing ambience, and that's what you get with Apartamento Hotel. So you know what? Give them a call. The number is 028-911-3600 or 0303-771712. And as well, you can email them at reservations@crownapartamento.com. Find Apartamento Hotel right here in Airport Residential and have the very, very best of Christmas holidays, courtesy Apartamento Hotel. You can even slide in my name, say AJ Stafford, and be like, oh, Hall of Fame people, come on in. So trust me, that will even get you some more freebies. And we'll shout out to the man that is Mr. Godfred. He's been hosting us even incredibly well than even I thought even was even possible. But you know what? Enough talk, time to get out of your hair. But thank you again for tuning in. We'll be back again tomorrow with another fantastic edition. Until I come your way again, take care of yourselves and each other.